motho o sebelela kwa gabo ke ngwana le fofala madenisa fofala molope le mokgatlile ga le temeka ke Mpedi tlou e kgolo ga se go morwa dipholofolo a etile di a ditau bosigo a se selo motho morwa phologolo e etile ditau di ne di ja lerotse wow
Your names, your pictures out there. I'm not chasing you.
We're hoping this is the UJFM Breakfast Show. So, we did mention Uguti will be joined by a very, very special guest today, and he is here. We are joined by our very own Vice Chancellor and Principal, that is Professor Letlhokwa Mpedi. As Prof.
Good morning, Pumelele. It's always great to be chatting to you, UJFM, and also our listeners.
Yes, Prof.
Yeah, my great-great-grandfather originated from Botswana, but I grew up at a village in the Hammanskraal area.
Okay, so how would you describe your upbringing, growing up? How was that experience?
Yeah, it was amazing, the more I reflect, it was amazing, growing up at a village, just being boys, last week Friday at my inauguration, I mentioned the fact that we would go and pick what we call moretla, brandy bush fruit. It's a sweet like fruit, and we'd go swimming, getting a hiding for going swimming without permission, and fetching water and wood. And our parents were strict. I remember growing up at my village that any parent could discipline all the kids that are naughty, and they wouldn't get into any trouble. But today you wouldn't dare reprimand another person's child. So I've got fond memories about growing up at my village. It really took a village to raise someone like me.
Interesting background. So looking at where we are right now, how would you then characterize your experience as the Vice Chancellor at the university?
I would say it's amazing. Somebody asked me yesterday, are you happy? I said, of course I'm happy. I grew up at the University of Johannesburg. I worked at the Rand Afrikaans University for 3 years until 2003, before I went overseas and worked in Munich at the Max Planck Institute for Social Law and Social Policy. I returned in 2006 and I never left. So I've been there. I saw this transformation. I saw this university grow, from strength to strength. And it's a place where I always wanted to be, and I'm grateful that I ended up being appointed Vice Chancellor at UJ. Level, there are a number of things that I really need to attend to. We need that medical school.
Yes.
Because we know we can deliver a medical school like no other that will combine medicine and technology. Another important point is that, there are challenges that any university and every university worth its name should deal with, such as addressing the dropout rates, that the sector is struggling with, ensuring that our students, graduate on time. And that is extremely important. And addressing challenges of the day, student finance is a big challenge that we need to work on, and so on. So we're going to take this university to the next level, definitely.
So Prof, you just mentioned
about Global Excellence and Stature 4.0. And I'm saying we're going to build on the foundation that has been set or laid by my predecessors, but we're going to add to Global Excellence and Stature 4.0 societal impact. We're going to ensure that whatever we do has impact on our society, address challenges of the day.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then how are we going to implement that without actually compromising on our quality or standards?
I'm hard on myself because I work hard. I don't go around bragging about how hard I work, and there are many people at UJ who work really hard, and by really talking about consequence management, the aim is to remind each other that we all have a role to play, and if there are those amongst us who don't do what they are employed to do, this can affect the business of the university. So we are going to be human, and those that require empowerment training will empower them to ensure that UJ works as a well-oiled machine. Obviously, at the end of the day, the overall aim is to improve and not to destroy. In my inauguration speech, I stated that we are moving from the technical to the practical. 4IR needed to be understood I'm not sure if it's fully understood, but people need to know about this 4IR so that we can be, as the former Vice Chancellor used to say, active participants in this 4IR. And now I'm saying we need to show people that this is nothing to be afraid of. It can be used to develop people, to improve people's lives. And in terms of the practical, I think the people will appreciate this because we'll be showing how this 4IR can be used to, for example, alleviate poverty, deal with challenges such as unemployment. And this is something that UJ has been doing, but we're going to do more of that. In my inauguration speech, I stated that we are moving from the technical to the practical. 4IR needed to be understood. I'm not sure if it's fully understood, but people need to know about this 4IR so that we can be, as the former Vice Chancellor used to say, active participants in this 4IR. And now I'm saying we need to show people that this is nothing to be afraid of. It can be used to develop people, to improve people's lives. And in terms of the practical, I think the people will appreciate this because we'll be showing how this 4IR can be used to, for example, alleviate poverty, deal with challenges such as unemployment. And this is something that UJ has been doing, but we're going to do more of that. The 3D concrete printing machine on the Doornfontein project, on the Doornfontein project with the Honorable Minister Blakely Nzimande. That was in partnership, as you know, with between UJ, a partnership between UJ and the Department of Science and Innovation. And the minister said, Prof, I'm sure I want to see this machine, printing, how it works. And I'll never forget when we came there, he said, so seeing is believing, So when people tell you about things, you can imagine those things, but it's not the same as seeing this in action. The style that I practice is called Kyokushin Kaikan Oyama Karate. It's a Japanese style which is full contact, so that is not for sissies. And what I learned there are 3 principles that we live by and that I took with me and I still apply today. The first one is kata, when you go, together and, you do your steps there, in unison and all that. But for me, I apply that in my day-to-day activities. It's about technique. If you don't have technique, how you approach things, people, and do things, then you won't survive. The second principle I live by that I learned from my karate days is that of hard training, we called it that. And I turned it to hard work. I believe in hard work. Nothing nice, nothing worth having will come, if you don't work hard.
True.
The third one is continuous self-improvement. It's a principle that we live by. And I apply it in my day-to-day activities, that if you don't strive, to be a better person the next day than you were the previous day, then you won't grow. So last year, for example, I did 2 courses, one with Oxford, another one with Harvard. I read a lot because growing and self-improvement is not only about studying, but it's also about reading, learning, being open to learning new things. Yeah. Your job is to make sure that you lead the university well. You're like a CEO, with me. If good people who can do their job don't avail themselves, we shouldn't complain when those that are not suitably qualified for these roles take them and mess them up. So I raised my hand and I served as HOD, Vice Dean, Dean. And after Dean, I said, I'm going all the way, because I enjoyed this. Then I was Deputy Vice Chancellor and Vice Chancellor. And I think I can make a meaningful contribution as Vice Chancellor, where I can support the university to produce more lawyers, more accountants, and so on. Yes, I do. I'll tell you, people who should call me Prof don't call me Prof. They call me Mister. And those who shouldn't call me Prof, those who shouldn't call me Prof, call me Prof. But on a serious note, I think it's important to address people with their titles. I worked really hard to be a professor, and for somebody to take that away without valid reasons, unless if I get reasons why I should not be called prof, but I end my professorship. Yep.
I do speak on behalf of the entire university when I say that we do hope that it's going to be a fruitful one. Cheers going forward. All the best to say.
Yeah, Manela, thank you so much for having me. I had a wonderful day. This is the way to go, to start your Friday. Brother Ray, We're
Yes,
going
sir.
to win, you know. So thank you so much. To the UJ community and our listeners, you know, I'm looking forward to serving you and working with you, taking this wonderful university of us to the next level. Thank you so much. I'm thanking in advance for your hard work in advance. But we're going to work hard and well together, and we're also going to have fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you.